Welcome to another edition of Strange New Pod. I'm your fleet captain and host, Julian Brown, and it's another finale edition of the show. That's right, it is the Picard Season 2 finale, Farewell. We are saying farewell to another season, indeed. Alongside me, as always, the best bridge crew this side of a Jean-Luc Q bro hug, our resident miracle worker, and, I did that wrong. Our resident miracle worker, Rear Admiral Erik, Lieutenant Commander Hawk, who I have to imagine is feeling all the TNG feels right now. And we're going to have to say this a lot tonight, as much as it pains us, because it's true. It's Captain Girafe was right.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Wait a minute. Was I not promoted from Rear Admiral to something else?
Oh, yeah, you promoted yourself to Vice Admiral.
Damn
That's
straight.
Right.
Yeah.
Do it again.
That's right.
No, I'm just joking.
I'm demoting you. Welcome. May the 4th be with you.
And
Thank
the 4th
you.
be with you, too.
And with your spirit.
And-
Is that what we're supposed to say?
and also
And with
you.
your spirit. Yes, and also with you.
And also with you.
Yeah.
I know this isn't a Star Wars show, but I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt. Giraffe dressed as Ahsoka.
Dark Ahsoka.
I changed out of my Star Wars thing
You did.
to put
It's
on
fine.
Only one Star Trek tonight.
to put this Grinch on because of this damn episode.
Oh,
There's even lightsabers on this show. Damn it, I'm just gonna do it. We will be a Star Wars show for the next 1 minute. What did everybody do for Star Wars Day? Go.
Watch Star Wars.
I went to work dressed as Dark Ahsoka, and one of the teachers followed me around with a boombox blasting the Imperial March for like literally an hour.
As it should be.
It was a blast.
We've been
That's
watching the Star Wars movies with the kids, and Kateri was sick today, so we ended up finishing the prequels. And she was like,
Nice.
She was like, but I know that the Luke and Leia are coming. I was like, yeah, but you don't know why.
I have to say, I'm like really positively surprised about the number of kids that has seen Clone Wars. And now
Yeah.
Ahsoka Tano, and we're like,
Yeah.
it's Ahsoka Tano, and I was like,
It's because she's the best
good
character.
education.
The
That's true.
best.
There she is. She's there. She's backwards right now, but
Yeah.
there she is.
Ye-
Hawk, what did you do?
I watched half of a Caravan of Courage, the Ewok story
You
back
s-
from
you-
1984.
You silly bastard.
What?
Have you not seen this
Is that a
movie?
thing?
Yeah.
Listen. I literally
Listen
finished
to
watching
me.
the movie last year, so
Oh, yeah. So
I'm catching up.
there were two TV movies set in the Ewok village, where Wicked and all of them are, and they have witches and monsters and generally
Pretty scary monsters for, like-
it's nightmare fuel for children. I had nightmares from that for
Real
ages.
question. Do I want to watch this?
No.
I
No,
I
you
don't remember
Okay,
it being
okay.
good, but I also
No,
remember
you
being
don't
scared
wanna
of
watch
it.
No.
Hawk said it was good.
I was pretty impressed by it. And the first thing, first off the bat, I was like, hey, Fionnuala Flanagan stars in this. She was
Yeah.
the one who played the mom.
My favorite thing is that the image that they have on Disney Plus for these two movies, not important for any, like the characters on there, not important to the movie, not at all. It's great.
That's awesome. I love it. I watched my favorite Star Wars movie. It's also the best Star Wars movie. Don't at me, and that is Rogue One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
Rogue One.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
good. I like
Sinner's
this
like,
one.
is he gonna
Great
say
movie.
The Last Jedi? Because I might
Nope.
cry.
No.
Rogue One,
No,
yes.
Rogue One, and then followed directly, as you do, by A New Hope. So,
Yeah.
yeah. it
Let's
was fun.
take a picture of Star Wars swag. Show it.
Do I need to put on
Show
a
your
helmet?
swag. No. Show your T-shirt.
my sweat. Oh, Ahsoka.
I took mine off. I can't take it off again.
Well, and I'm also
Well, too bad.
joined. I'm also joined by Mr. Fett
Nice.
himself,
Hey.
and Ahsoka working with the whatever the sisters' names are in her worker outfit too. So there's
Don't
my
have much
my,
in the way of swag.
my swag right there.
Mine are all.
Oh, everybody's leaving now. Sorry. What have I done? What have I done?
You've done the bad thing. That's just, oh nice. That's a Hallmark
Here,
ornament.
this
right?
is right beside me,
Nice.
so this is the closest thing I have.
Everybody's got Ahsoka swag. I love it. And is that Kylo?
No, it's Darth.
Vader.
Yeah, it's Vader.
Nice.
Okay.
Awesome. All right.
I have
we
a
went
TIE
over-
driver. I have a TIE fighter drone right there.
We're very late
Okay.
because I was very late already. I forgot the time.
We went 2 minutes on Star Wars instead of 1
It's
minute.
well
That's
deserved.
okay. It is well deserved.
Darth Vader
Star
in the
Wars.
trailer.
Darth Vader in the trailer, Obi-Wan trailer. It's awesome.
Yeah, right.
But we are here, in fact, to talk about the Picard Season 2 finale titled Farewell. Did it right the wrongs of the Season 1 finale? Who stayed in the past and who went back to the future? What beloved character made a triumphant return? And most importantly, was there a rocket launch and was the future saved? We break it all down and review it, but first, we're back to you, Hawk. Can you thank our amazing patron collective at the Ready Room level and above?
Absolutely. So thank you to Simon Stager, Jeff Reeve, Mariah Gossett, Mailbag, Jen Stein, Tina Alexander, Joe Saporito, Noe Santos, Kang Wee, Takako Nagumo, Kara Kennedy, Mark, Fernanda Nogales, SMK, Ian Davies, Amy Grace, Laura Linderman, Reasonable Stranger.
Giraffe, do it. Do it, Giraffe.
Reasonable stranger.
Oh my God.
Colin Davidson, Susie, Jesse Desmond, Alan Davis, Shatterhand 2049, Lane Hickerson, and our 3 newest collective members.
3!
MC Frodis, Maggie, and Michael Graham.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.
So
new
many
patrons in a week.
people.
You guys fucking rock. Thank you so much for your support. And a bunch of those new patrons just got mail sent to them. So that's exciting.
Nice.
Ooh,
I always like getting mail.
goodies.
Goodies, stickers, pins, all the fun stuff. So because of that, like, we're on our way to our goal of 50 patrons and getting a table at Mission Seattle. So holy shit.
Oh, that's a nice goal. Yeah, because I was like, are we going to sing again?
No. I did my singing. Erik did his singing. Giraffe and Hawk are left. And Brittany might be making a cameo appearance singing too. So
Well, the next song will be the lyrics to the original series.
it will not. And I will quit
Yes.
the pod before that
Yes,
happens.
I
No.
want this to be true because at least it's ridiculous. You know,
Nice.
I
They're both
strive.
ridiculous.
I thrive in ridiculous.
I thought you said you fry in ridiculous, and that would have been
I
sounds
fry?
delicious.
What does that mean?
like
Fry?
Anakin
Oh, okay.
Skywalker turning into a hot dog.
I hate you.
You are
Guys.
my brother.
It is time for what is going to end up being the last Strange New Loop for a few weeks, because we're going to add some different segments to Strange New Worlds reviews. So this is going to be the last one for a few weeks. So let's do it. It is the final Strange New Loop. So because we're going to, add those fun segments, this is the last one. Quite simply, if the big surprise being in this finale that none other than Wesley Crusher himself made his triumphant return to television, if Wesley just poofed out of thin air like McCavity in Cats and offered you a chance to leave your I just broke Erik to leave your life behind and join the travelers / watchers, would you take the offer?
McCavity.
I'll go first.
Hawk, go ahead.
Absolutely. Like, honestly, what is it that's keeping me here right now? In that,
Right?
All right, that's a good
Like,
Yeah.
what do you, Julian? What do you think our lives are? Like, really?
oh, I've got so much good stuff going on here.
Oh my
and,
God, the pandemic is so fun.
Yeah,
Like,
the political
I'm out.
situation is getting better by day.
we're so on track for the like beautiful utopia of Star Trek. I'm gonna stay a little bit more. I'm out. I'm out with Hog. I'm out.
I mean, it's harder when you want to be around your kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Erik. Yeah.
I would, but I like my kids a lot. And I
Yeah,
wanna
but you can travel through time. You can like
yeah.
just keep the like weird years where they're like teenagers
But
and
then
stuff.
I
and-
wouldn't see them
just
grow
like,
up. That seems weird. And
or you can
I
see
would
them grow
love,
up like
I would
several
love
times.
to hang out with Wesley Crusher and travel, but I like my kids.
Okay, I have to add too
And my
that
wife.
I have a weird crush on Will Wheaton.
not
I
weird.
don't know why. I
That's
don't
not
know
weird.
what it is. What
That's
it's
not
not my
weird.
style. No, it's a beard. It's the nerdiness. I don't know. So
It's the nerdiness. It's the live long and suck it. Like,
yeah. I mean, like he just posts on Instagram like his results on like weird arcade game. I don't know. I'm about it. I like him. So
he's
know,
one
if
of
we
us.
can,
That's
like,
why. He's
Yeah.
one of us.
travelers with benefits. Will call me.
Sorry, Stallion. Your weird friend Girafe is here.
It's a thing now. Travelers with benefits.
I want to know what the hell is going on.
Oh boy. So Girafe is going Travelers with Benefits. Hawk is 100% going. Erik, you kind of gave your answer already, but
Yeah.
you're staying with the kiddos.
Yeah. I like him too much.
I would tell Wesley Crusher
Come
if
back.
I had like a 9 to 5, I'd be like, I'll travel with you from 9 to 5, but the rest of the time I'm home with the kids and the puppy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like telling the doctor, like, oh yeah, we'll drop the TARDIS right back when you left. You won't miss any time.
Can
And
I
it's
work
like
from
10 years
home?
later.
Is that
can
a thing?
can I travel from home?
No.
Oh boy, not an option.
Lame.
I don't think this is gonna work out. Wes.
Because the watchers were just watching. I could watch at home, right?
That's true.
Who watches the Watchers?
The travelers.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's literally in the episode, Julian. Like what?
Come on, it was a fucking reference to Watchmen.
It's Latin. Well,
Yeah.
it's Latin. Okay, whatever.
Yep.
Yes.
Would you like to say it in Latin?
No, because you're gonna make fun of me. So
Why?
next.
Oh,
Why
I
would
would-
anybody why would anybody make fun of you for speaking in Latin?
Oh, no. Okay. I'll do an update later.
Okay, I like that. All right. Anything else on the strange new loop? No?
No, we're going.
We're getting right into this. I think we have a lot to say, so we're going to get right into it. It is the Picard season 2 finale. Farewell. I do have my last bottle open of Chateau Picard. I'm drinking it because I'm drinking margaritas for Strange New Worlds tomorrow's because it's Cinco de Mayo. So
What do you mean
That's gonna
tomorrow's at
happen.
midnight?
I'm not, dude. It's gonna be 3 a.m. for me. I'm not drinking a margarita at
What?
3
I'm
a.m.
responsible of this.
No, I'm gonna be there. I'm just not gonna
Oh.
drink a margarita with you at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
I might drink some of
okay.
this wine after I wake up.
Fuck, I don't want to say, but everybody's very responsible on that podcast suddenly.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
Half and half, maybe. I am a
Half and
little.
half.
I have a puppy now. I have to be a little bit more responsible. Giraffe, your thoughts
Yes.
on the season 2 finale?
Oh boy, you want me to
Oh,
start? Are you
boy.
sure?
I do indeed.
Okay. It was not bad. It was it was okay.
You are slowly going down the good scales.
It was not bad.
Alright.
It was good. It was okay.
Yeah.
there were good things in it. But again, why? What is happening? You know that meme from like The Simpsons with the guy with the like flamethrower? We just like
Thanks,
burn it.
Scorpio.
I feel like the guys were like suddenly, you know, when you write a sign for somebody and you start writing and you're like, beautiful letters, big letters, and suddenly you start panicking because you see that you don't have a lot of time left. I think like they suddenly realized they were, only one episode. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? Let's like clean all these plot lines with like random decisions that make absolutely no sense and be like, here, this is over. This is finished. Look, I've done my sign.
We did it.
It's
did
like
it for
written like-
you.
It's like written happy birthday like along the side, you know, like that's how I feel after this finale. Yes, it's finished. I have many questions. There are beautiful things in it, some stuff that are very interesting, but it was made so fast, so like pieced together one after another. And then now we know that none of these things will be in season 3, that most of the cast is not going to be in season 3. And I'm like, what happened? What is this? So sure, I was super happy to see Wesley. But really, you're going to bring back Wesley for like 5 minutes to like do an interview in Echo? Why is everything in Echo Park? What is happening? Like LA is a huge city. They got only the permit to shoot in Echo Park and in
maybe
the
it's easier
Disney
to get-
Symphony.
Maybe
It
it's
could.
easier
I
to
mean,
get-
listen. Yeah, shooting in LA
100%.
is not cheap. So
So apparently you need to hang in Echo Park because that's where everything happened. I'm watching the flight attendant too. Everything is in Echo Park. Why is everything in Echo Park? Stop with
It's
Echo
like
Park.
that one
did
fight
not like that
in
show.
Central Park that everyone decides to film at.
yes,
Like everything is
Exactly.
there. Right on.
SVU films there all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I was kind of again, I was happy about things, but disappointed on how they were used. Great job by everybody. It was, good acting. It was beautiful. It's nice stuff, but the plot lines are, it's messy, man. It's messy.
Fair.
I
fair.
suppose we're gonna talk about the other things more in detail. So
We are going to get into a lot of detail.
Yes.
Erik, your thoughts on the season 2 finale?
This episode, man.
That's exactly how you started your review for Rosetta.
yeah,
It's
the
the
dead
same.
baby dust.
It like I wore this Grinch shirt because I was upset the whole not the whole episode, but most of it. But like the Grinch, there were parts where I was like, oh, that's nice to see. My heart grew when Picard and Q had their little chat. They seem to really do really good one-to-ones in finales
Yes.
for Picard, and that's it. But like it was nice to for them to play off each other. I like the rapport that they have with each other. The fact that gods have favorites too, I thought that was cute. Even though we don't know why Q's dying or how Q's dying, and it seemed like a really important point for the season, but he did now.
He's dead now. It's all right. It's fine.
It's like, fuck the rest of Star Trek. You can never use Q again. He's dead.
Yeah,
Too bad for you.
I guess. I don't understand why. Yeah, like I don't know. At least he knew that he had enough power to get back. That was the one moment that the thing. I don't know. There's some weird shit. Wesley Crusher seeing him again was nice, but that was just like a way to get rid of Issa Briones for the rest of the series. Like it was like a, hey, this is a nice way for you to get off the show. You could be a traveler.
It's a nice way to get canned. Yeah.
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 Because her storyline was sort of shit. I didn't like. Man. I'm trying to think of the good stuff before I get into the shitty stuff, but I can't think of anything good anymore. Because
we were right about the Borg Queen.
We were right about the Borg Queen.
We were all right about the Borg Queen.
Like we're not surprised about that.
Yeah.
I'm sad that Girate's not going to be back next season. I assume that whole where the Watchers at the gate or the Guardians at the gate meant that they're going to do that whole wormhole thing for the next season. Speaking of the wormhole, I'm looking through my messages when I was sending Hawk because I was like, what the fuck is this season finale? And I was like, so they showed the tablet in the teaser trailer for such a long time for what? This one moment for this little wormhole that we get at the end. And we're like, okay, I guess that's important for some reason. But
maybe the only possible thing that I can think of is that they are doing a long play with the teaser, and that is somehow going to play into season 3. But I have a lot of doubts. I think I think they had an idea, and it was in a script at some point, and it just got taken out of the script. And they're like, maybe people will forget, even though that's like a really important episode of DS9, and this is a really important tablet. So
I'm telling you, I wonder how many things are cut. Because
that's true.
It feels like we're missing half the story, and like
it does.
That would explain what people are doing, what's happening, and just like release the director's cut, release everything. Yeah. Give me 2 hours more.
I thought the Renee Picard stuff was going to be way more important, and then it ended up being a way to clean our atmosphere and our oceans, which you know it's neat and all, and we get that little ecological message, but I was hoping that humans were the ones that figured that out.
Well, yeah, and it's also interesting too because even though they figured out how to do that, the eugenics wars in World War III still haven't happened, which I think we could say this because it's going to air till tomorrow, which is actually mentioned in the Strange New Worlds premiere. So it's like,
but that was my issue with this finale is that they put this con thing purely because Strange New World is premiering tomorrow, and I was like, that was.
By the way, like
it seemed
I thought
heavy-handed
that.
for
To
me.
be fair, I thought that made sense because of the connection with Brent Spiner and go ahead, Girafe.
But Khan is in the past for them. It's in the 90s.
But not in.
Well,
in this
no. So they're
anymore.
saying that they're going based off of what.
Did you see on the dossier? There was a date on there. The Khan project was dated for 1996.
Yeah, it's the 90s.
Yeah.
So what?
It's an old file he's probably resurrecting after she wiped his entire drive off.
But Pike in Strange New World says that after like the riots and stuff and the Second Civil War, the eugenics wars happened, and Picard says something about that whole time being, you know, like foggy and the records aren't quite clear.
Yeah,
so
because
maybe
they lost it all in World War III.
And
Exactly.
why 2024 and not talk about the Bells riot? What the fuck?
You're right.
Why?
You're right. Yep.
It's just not
Sorry,
anything else.
Erik.
Eric, keep going.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else. Wesley was cool. Seeing him back was really nice. But just
Really nice.
seeing him on screen was like, oh, you're adorable. Fuck. Rios,
Travelers with benefits.
man. Rios, man. Fuck. They just ruined him this whole season, and then he stayed in the past. And
They
like,
really did.
like, why? Infinite cake in the future. Infinite cake.
And infinite cigars. I guess he likes the
He
real
likes the
thing
real
better.
stuff.
I
You
don't
know, he could always grow it
nah.
himself in the future. He has.
They just again flamethrowers. They were like, we're not gonna kill him. Let's dump him in the past. Okay, check. Next one.
One more thing that was nice. It was seeing not Agnes, Raffi and Seven reconcile. I thought that was a cute moment. I knew it was coming, but you know, it was nice to see on screen.
It's nice to see on screen because people have been wanting it for weeks. Like, where's
Exactly.
the kiss? When are they going to kiss? Like, when are they
Just
going to
get
show actual
together.
lesbianism and like, you know, gay things happening, which
Yeah.
they need to do more of. in
and
Star Trek.
and Seven becoming a captain. That was a nice field commission. Now that's cool. The whole Borg thing at the end was, like I said, it was, I don't know. I didn't like it really. It just seemed sort of boring. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I missed, Hawk? I was sort of writing with you in anger that I said.
Let's see. Covered pretty much most of it.
I think, yeah. Oh, the music was really good and cheesy at the same time. So
Yeah.
they played a lot of the TNG theme, a lot, and I was just like, no.
Gotcha.
But
We got it.
but
It's
But they
okay.
played Lullaby from, what was it, Star Trek 6? 5? Was
They
it?
played something else.
Was it
for
called
me that
Lullaby?
I noticed.
It was from
I
one of
don't
the
know.
movies. It was with the TOS thing. What was it?
I don't know, but they definitely play music from First Contact, which I'm going to talk about.
Was it First Contact? I couldn't remember which one it was.
In the bar scene?
No, at near the end, they actually play motifs from from one of the original movies. I just can't
I'm
remember
going to
which
have
one.
to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With him and Laris?
Was it Laris? No, I think it was with his crew.
Yeah, in the bar with Guinan, right?
Oh yeah. You're right. That
It's
is
First
it.
Contact.
Was it First Contact? I couldn't
It was
remember.
First Contact. Yep.
Oh yeah, with the Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. I wish we saw Annie Wershing again. That's just a wish. I don't care. Anything else? I didn't really care for this episode. I thought it was sort of boring. And
Fair.
meh.
Hawk.
Okay, so was it a flawed episode? Oh, most definitely in that. Yeah, they, you know, a lot of plot lines that felt unnecessary this season. A lot of plot lines did not end up getting any resolution this season. Was it better than last season's finale? Yeah, it was 100 times.
We're not going to have Hawk's famous "fuck no" moment, which is
Even though, yeah, I know. Even though I know a lot of the problems with this episode came from Akiva Goldsman, who is both the co-writer and the director of this episode.
Oh yeah, we were saying you could smell the Akiva stank in this episode.
Yeah,
which is sad.
Which
When he writes bad, he writes bad.
Why
Yet
bring
he
on?
did so much Strange New Worlds, and
I
it's
know
so
that's what's
fucking
confusing.
I know. First episode of Strange New World, so good. You know,
He's a TOS stan, not a TNG stan.
That's
What do
fair.
you want?
That's fair. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
how it is.
probably has. It probably doesn't have the best grasp of like an overarching series and where to take it.
Maybe it's
So-
better at like individual things, not like long running
Yeah.
narratives.
Yeah.
Yeah, something with a beginning and an end, and
Yeah.
not like 10 hours to fill in between, right?
Hmm.
So why don't we start with the bad? The turmoil over Renee and the Europa launch was handled, well, not easily, kind of obtusely.
Yeah.
Talon sacrificing herself in Renee's place was an outcome. The Borg Queen's prophecy, it was lazily constructed by the writers, and the drone launch sequence just felt like busy work for the crew.
They wanted some action in that moment. And that was it, right?
Yeah.
Where was the
Yeah.
cat, though? Where was the cat? We needed a cat.
We need a cat,
did need a
didn't
cat.
Mm.
we? But then Elnor wasn't around to appreciate it. So
Oh yeah, Elnor at the end.
True. Oh my God, they robbed us from this. I forgot about it. Eleanor's not met a cat yet. Oh my God.
Tragic.
Okay, they're losing points. Like my
You went from
I
meh
just
to
brought Giraffe's
terrible.
score down. She was at least going to give it a 2.
-5.
As far as Q, we never got the insight into why he was dying or why he felt he needed to complicate the Picard mission and everything that was going on in that. I'll get to more of that later. Rio's choosing to stay behind in the past. It definitely was a way of moving him off the show to season 3. And yes, they actually did kill him off in this episode because
he died in a bar
talking
fight.
with Guinan later in the bar, and that we learn he died in a
Smoking
bar
a cigar.
fight. His last
That's
puff of breath
so
went into a
dumb.
cigar.
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb.
So dumb.
Oh my God.
I mean, I like the Rios character in that. I might be one of the only ones who enjoyed rogue elements in that, and so the loss of his character for future, like all future Star Trek endeavors, is a bit of a tragedy in that. But hopefully, it frees up the actor in that for a better role.
Star Wars.
Somewhere down the line.
Yeah, put him in Star Wars.
Put him in Star
Yeah.
Wars.
That's what happened.
Put him in Marvel.
Yeah.
Do something.
Yes.
Oh my
Get
God.
something.
Yes.
And Sung's storyline still felt unnecessary, though Brett Spiner, he easily handles the role. I did love that scene, like the exaggerated rudeness he had with the administrator in that, just to get some alone time with Renee. And the closure of his story, with Corey, it's like it's just desserts and that. So it's like, but it didn't feel that, that important. And yeah, the whole thing is like they still need to throw in that little bit about the eugenics and I don't know if it
I appreciated it. That's not something I had a huge issue with. I could see where some people are like, oh, that's fucking cheesy, but like I liked it. I was
The
like,
issue
okay.
is like starting stuff when you're not finishing stuff.
Well, yeah, okay, fair. Absolutely fair.
Don't start shit. Finish what you have here before like throwing can and stuff. Like no. God, he's alive. Ah.
I'm gonna preface this before Hawk continues, but if you think that this is bad right now, go back and listen to our season 1 look back.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's something.
Yeah,
Keep going, Hawk.
100 times I would watch this way more than season 1 at all.
Yeah.
Except for Nepenthe.
Nepenthe was a great one. So where do we go? For the good. So Raffi and Seven finally kissing. Yes, needed to happen last episode.
More.
But better late than never. And
More,
Seven's
all the
field
time.
promotion to captain of the Stargazer. Yes. Yeah. I felt good about that.
Raffi's the captain of Excelsior, right?
No, she's like security officer or a commander on it, but
Okay.
she's not captain.
I couldn't
Yeah,
remember.
she's on the Stargazer and that's why she.
Well,
showed
she
up.
was on Excelsior when in episode 1, and then Q snaps them all back onto Stargazer at the end.
Because he
Except for
she was
has no
on
time
Excelsior.
to like
Except for
figure out.
yeah.
Except Eleanor. Yeah.
That's because his
Eleanor.
body was elsewhere.
Yep.
Oh my God! Don't. Why do you do things like this? Why?
I did like that little comment and that wasn't me. That was her idiot husband.
To be fair. Oh, Q.
Girafe as the Borg Queen was not much of a surprise at this point in that, but it was handled well enough, I think, to close out the circle that began in the first episode. For me, it was the moments with Q and Jean-Luc that did it for me. Even if we didn't get the full explanation of why Q was dying, I'm okay with that. The Q and the Q continuum have always been these inscrutable kind of beings in that, they're omnipotent in that, they're long-lived in that, but we still don't know exactly a lot about them. So it just makes sense that the death of a Q would just be as equally as inscrutable. Doesn't mean
I agree with you. I agree with you on that,
That's
right?
fair.
Like Q wouldn't share, even with Jean-Luc, who he's close with, what's happening to him. Like he's like, I'm Q, I'm dying. Don't at me. Don't ask me any questions about it. Like I'm
Talk
I'm
to the
done.
end.
Yeah. Talk to the snap. Like, come on. Sorry.
So it's and the whole thing with Q and Picard and that Q intervened like when Picard blew up that ship and that because he knew he fucked up and it's like he knew why. And so he, in his final act, because as he said in that, it's like he has always had this affection for Picard and that he's been there at like pretty much the some of the most important moments of his life. And even when he was dying in Tapestry and that, he was there for him. So it makes sense that he would be there on that, as Picard kind of royally fucked up because he didn't understand what was happening.
Well, the universe is a tapestry.
Right. Yeah. And Q has always been someone who just wrote graffitied all over that tapestry and that. So yeah, it makes sense. It's like, hey, my favorite guy in the entire universe, and that is, just blew up the ship when he really shouldn't have. So I'm going to step in. He really does care about Jean-Luc. And I think we've always known that, even if Picard has always kind of kept him at arm's length all these years. And hearing Q finally admit that he's always looked fondly on Picard, it felt right. And that his final act, his final use of all these waning abilities was helping Picard through this, what was really his final frontier. This trauma that kept him from ever forming romantic attachments in all these years.
That's a wonderful sentiment, Hawk.
It is. It really is.
And it's the fact, a lot of where the show gets, this episode got its power from was the fact that we're saying goodbye, and it's not just to Q. It's a whole chapter of TNG that has been so important to us for over 30 years now, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that, the look on Q's face when they hug at the end sort of said everything.
It said everything and then some.
Right.
Yeah.
And the fact that Jean-Luc, unprompted, it's like he didn't have, it's like all that taciturness he'd always kind of approached Q with, all the gruffness, it was just gone, And it was like, come on in.
He's his friend. He's been his friend the entire time. It's like brothers who fucking can't say it. It's literally Robert and Jean-Luc, except
less on fire
up to 100. Yeah. So I don't know. I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, that's what elevates this episode, and that actually makes it. I really enjoyed my second rewatch of it, and that it actually, that part's, it all seemed to kind of click for me when I did my second watch. So,
nice.
I enjoyed it.
Nice. I have a lot. I usually don't have a lot. I have a lot today. I really liked the bits at the beginning where they're talking in the chateau and Picard's like, yeah, the Picards were taking over the chateau again in the 21st century. These bullet holes were here. So, hey, we're on the right track. Like butterfly time stuff. I liked that. I thought it was cool. I just like when Picard goes with Tallinn, it left kind of like a sour taste in my mouth because it's a very much like man protecting woman thing. And I'm just like, Picard always has to be noble. And I think Tallinn says that to him. And I'm just like, dude, you didn't have to come. You literally served no purpose being there. Tallinn did her job. Like,
yeah,
not everything. You don't have to save the day every single time. Speaking of saving the day, let's talk rockets. Okay. Let's talk rockets for a minute. T-minus 21 minutes until launch. Okay. Come the fuck on. Seriously.
Why is the astronaut there?
Come the fuck on. Like, watch any launch in the past 60 years or since we've done all the Apollo missions and shit. Just watch any of those. You should know that astronauts are in their capsule up to 2 hours, maybe longer ahead of time doing systems checks. 21 minutes? Hell no, man. No.
Well, everything is it's all automated now. They just have to talk to
the future, Julian. It's the future.
A lot
it's
is
in
going to
3
happen
years.
in
2
1
years.
1 year.
2 years.
2024.
2024?
That's next
Oh
year,
my
man.
God.
Oh no, that's 2 years. Oh my God, I
It
don't know
kills
the year.
me.
What are you doing?
This is Star Trek, and we do science better. That's all I'm saying. We do science better. And the fact that then somehow she gets onto the ship, and as Tallon's dying, it just fucking lifts off no issues. I'm just like, okay.
I don't know why you're surprised.
Because I could tolerate things being wrapped up in a pretty bow and the launch going off without a hitch, but we could do some realism and do some cuts to an hour later or this at least make it realistic. You're going to Europa. You're not launching a satellite into the atmosphere. Come on. I forget who says this. I don't rely on prophecy. I should put more notes when I do these. It was I think Jean-Luc says that.
Yes.
No. Tallinn says that, right? And I like that she also says other people's choices are their own to make. Of course, Soong is at the launch. Hawk, you said it. Spiner being Spiner, right? And I said it in the chat, and then Girafe said it in the chat. This is literally like watching Assignment Earth. The first half of this finale is 100% Assignment Earth. Soong going full asshole. Yeah, Spiner is just a genius. I wrote like I didn't know, even though I did know. Wait, she's gonna die. Not like even though I knew that was gonna. I guess I didn't think that they were gonna kill off Talon, even though I knew that was her with like the face thing. I don't know if Talon needed to die, but I'll take it. Way too easy. Just like way too easy, and this is what happens.
Flamethrower.
This should have been last season, right? Like, last episode.
Last episode. Like, this is what happens when you do filler and do unnecessary filler. It just, then you're stuck in this shitty situation where you have to put a pretty bow on things. And luckily, Discovery managed to pull it off, but Picard didn't when it came to wrapping the storylines. And I do want to preface by saying, I do enjoy this finale, and I think it's 1,000 times better than seasons 1. And I watched it again a couple hours ago, and I really did enjoy it. Obviously, I have a lot to say about what went wrong with it. Corey, I loved Corey just like with the ultimate like shitty dad revenge, just deleting all his cookies and bookmarks and all his porn. I love that.
Why are there so many new folders on this desktop?
Yeah,
Weird.
right. I did like that. And I think I'm the only one here, but I did love him pulling out the Project Con folder. I'm like, maybe it's because I watched Strange New Worlds, and you know, there you have like La'an, and we're gonna probably touch on that at some point. So I was like, okay, Con, I like this. Eugenic wars are coming up. Like this, I can get behind this. I thought that was an awesome moment. Karen had to tell me to shut the fuck up when Will Wheaton came on the screen, because I was nerding out like a little fucking schoolboy. I was like, it's Will Wheaton. It's Will Wheaton. It's Wesley fucking Crusher. She's like, shut up. I'm like, no, you shut up. It's Wesley Crusher. I don't care how fucking cheesy that was. That and with the Q stuff, like, makes this episode have a high score. Like, I lived for that. Do I wish that, like, if you're gonna put Will Wheaton and Wesley Crusher in the episode, that he had an interaction with Jean-Luc? Yeah. Like, what's going on there?
That makes me think that if you were a watcher, you wouldn't be able to see your kids. See?
I kind of wonder that myself, and that I always kind of wrote it off that he and Jean-Luc kind of didn't part on the greatest terms.
Well, yeah, because of what he did with the planet being taken over by the Cardassians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, I would have liked that moment. I thought it was cool that the Travelers assigned the Watchers, and that goes back to Assignment Earth. It was really cool. Yeah, I wrote this finale is awesome and amazing simply because of Wesley, because Will Wheaton's been wanting to get a way back onto the show for so long, and he's deserved it and he's earned it, and I think that's so fucking awesome.
Didn't we say a couple of weeks ago when when they announced the TNG cast, we're like, oh, poor Will Wheaton.
Yeah, poor Will Wheaton. Little did we know. I'm dude, when the kiss happened, I'm like, where was this 3 episodes ago? That being said, bravo. Here it is. Happy it's done. It happened. Give me more Rafi and Giraffe. Give me more audiobooks. I will take those. That was fantastic.
Did you say Rafi and Giraffe?
Did I say Rafi and Giraffe? I may have said Rafi and Giraffe.
Did I just heard like maybe I made that up?
You're
because I was watching you while I said it. I was like, ooh,
I was
Rafi
like,
and Giraffe.
Rafi and Giraffe, okay.
Oh, fanfic. Rafi and Seven. Sorry, Rafi.
You definitely
and
said Giraffe.
Freudian slip.
Hey.
Hey.
Black women on the bridge.
Hell yeah. Jesus Christ. John Delancey. If Wesley made this episode good, John Delancey made this episode amazing. His final moments with Jean-Luc are so fucking good, and I get goosebumps just talking about them. I just think that those 2 scenes, both when they're getting snapped back to the future and sitting down in the sun room, whatever you want to call that room, beautiful moments. I love that they finally acknowledge that it is a friendship, and not just like, you know, someone who just won't stop annoying the shit out of you, even though that is what friends do.
He was also very pleased about Picard putting the key back.
Yes,
he learned his lesson from Tapestry.
Yep, he did. You matter to me, my old friend. There were some onion ninjas in the room. I love that moment. Rio staying. I'm just gonna move on.
God damn it.
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
want to talk about it. Jean-Luc and Q, more of that. Girafe, Borg Queen, worst kept secret of the entire fucking season. It's like they wanted you to know. That's fine. I liked it. Captain Seven. Put her in a fucking uniform. Give her those captain pips.
We are due for 7 in a fucking uniform. Like,
I thought they were going to do it.
on.
I thought she was going to be in uniform in the bar. I was kind of disappointed she wasn't.
I'm going to go back on Rios. The only reason I'm going to be happy with Rios is if he has his own eugenics war series. Give me that. That's what I want.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're cool.
Pretty
All right, I
novel.
just want to see him
I
on
just
TV.
didn't
Or a
like-
novel. Or a novel.
There you go.
I just didn't like the fact that, again, the woman is like, no, you need to stay with me. You need to stay in the past.
Go to the
There are
future.
too
There's
many
replicators.
heroes. I was like, dude, which woman with a kid would be, I'm saying in 2024. Like, what? Like, what?
You can heal
It
people
makes
in
no
the future.
sense.
I would
Yeah,
never
like-
stay in 2024.
And that's why, like, first contact makes, Wells makes like so much sense. Like, she's a scientist. She's like, fuck yeah, I'm going to space right now.
Right
now.
Right now.
Now.
Right meow. Murder Bay. I don't care
Oh
how
my
it happened. I'm
God.
happy he's back.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm happy he's back.
Him having
That's
that
all I'm
shot.
You
saying.
realize it's the
Adorable.
last time. You realize it's the last time we're gonna see him.
Probably. We'll
never know.
Maybe in
No,
season.
they said they're not gonna be in season 3.
Oh,
All
did
of
he
them?
say that too? Did he say
Yeah,
that too?
Evan Evagora, Issa Briones, and Alison Peel.
Oh, okay. That's disappointing. The transwarp conduit. To where? Who? Is this season 3? We're gonna find out.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not.
More likely.
The last thing I'm going to say before we move on to the questions of what I'm going to go back to what Erik was talking about, the music. Jeff Russo, in kind of like the most beautiful way, paid such a beautiful, I said beautiful twice, just paid this awesome tribute to Jerry Goldsmith at the end when they're all in the bar with Guinan and using, it wasn't exact. I'm sure there's rights issues, but it was enough to make okay. This is that beautiful theme from First Contact from the opening credits.
They credited it in the
Oh, did
credits,
they?
so
Okay,
that
cool.
He
did use it. Okay. So I loved that moment. I loved hearing that music. First Contact is one of the best Star Trek scores ever. A really just beautiful moment. I like that he gets with Laris at the end. I have a lot of I mostly like this. I'm happy with it. It'll do. It's like Picard is still the weakest new Trek series is where I'll leave it. It was a good finale. It could have been 1,000 times better. Let's move on to some of the more in-depth questions. Order events. One thing that we kind of worried right off the bat, right, was like with many seasons in this era of Trek shows, would they be able to stick the landing? How concerned were we when Disco was starting to be like, where are we going, guys? Whatever this episode did later on, it did wrap up all these issues way too easily. Final thoughts on that?
Agreed.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, we have a problem. We're done. This one, yep, we can check that off. They had like a little list, and it was like, what's the easiest thing we could do to get these out of the way?
Tallinn, dead. Rios, passed. Like, what? Like, why?
Yeah.
They offed literally the whole crew in 49 minutes.
They did. They really did.
And they're all like little things too. Just like, okay, he's gonna stay in the past because he likes Lady. Pip. Eleanor's alive over there. Yeah, there you go.
I just felt like they had signed contract that they would be in that number of episode, and they were like, I guess we're gonna, be there, we don't even see. We see like a poor picture of like Rios. It's 2024. Show me a video or something. Like, come on, like, what is this?
It feels like they spent the most time on Q and Picard, and then there's like, well, we gotta fill out the rest, make sure everything is good because we want those scenes really good. That's what it felt like.
I did like one thing. One is that the song makes sense.
Yes.
So at the beginning, Edith Piaf, when I was like, oh come on, like that's the only song that you're gonna put, like because everybody knows that song, and like the lyrics have nothing to do, and actually, the lyrics work. Like it's the only thing was like that is nice. That's a nice touch because the song actually makes sense now. But the rest, come on. And we know that season 3 is not gonna be about it, so.
To be fair, we have zero idea what season 3 is going to be about, right? I know
Terry
that. I know that
Matalas on Twitter said it was a standalone.
no. I know that, but you could still have elements from previous seasons. Like there were previous elements from last season and this season. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath, but we'll see. Right?
I wouldn't. I mean, like I would see that whole wormhole thing coming into next season than that, whereas the big finish. Because
but do you trust them?
I trust Terry Matalas.
Trust is earned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go and watch the first 5 episodes of the season, like I trust Terry Matalas. Like it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You know where Terry Matalas stopped working and Akiva Goldsman came back in. Like it's
it's a stink.
Yeah.
And let's keep in mind that they're airing this episode in parallel of the premiere of Strange New World.
Don't get me started on that either.
Suicide.
Do you know what gets me about this is that all for the past few months, even going into 2021, I was like, there's no way they're gonna do that. They're gonna do a 2-hour season finale to give Strange New Worlds its day. And I'm not even gonna say this because they should give Strange New Worlds their day.
But they should.
I am gonna say they should, but these 2 episodes would have worked better as a 2-hour finale.
Mm-hmm.
Period. End of story.
That's what we said last week.
They needed more time just to wrap things up nicer. Like it just felt so quick and dirty. And fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, 10 episodes is a good amount, and it depends on what you do with it and that. And it's like when you kind of waste 3 episodes at the back end and that on filler.
It hurts. You didn't even hear about my thoughts of last week.
No.
Fuck me, God.
Oh boy. One moment I know I wasn't expecting. I know there were a couple other sites that were like, "Ooh, is Wesley Crusher maybe gonna have a moment in this?" But I just never saw it coming. Yeah, man, Will Wheaton back on Star Trek. Like he makes his return, Traveler at Large. Just like an awesome feel good, like all the goosebumps moment. Just great to see Will Wheaton on Star Trek again. What do you guys think about it? And also, I know we kind of talked about maybe he could have had a moment with Jean-Luc. Is there anything else that you may have done differently with this?
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed that they use him to they bring back Wesley Crusher because they have these little bucks to take and to get Isa Briannes out of the show, and they're like, this Corey, okay, Wesley Crusher. What? Like that's how you're gonna use Wesley Crusher? I was super happy, but damn, give him something with Picard, like a hi, I see you, or something, just to be in Echo Park for like 5 minutes to talk to Corey to
even
get
a
off
smile
the show
between the two, right? Would have just satisfied that,
or just seen like him watching Picard.
Yeah,
like that would have been nice. Like.
Yeah.
To see that he's always been looking after him or something like that. I don't know.
It's kind of insulting to the character, to be honest. Like, I was super happy, but again, man, they know we love Wesley Crusher. We've been waiting for this. And he's back on Star Trek after how many years?
30.
To get somebody off the show? Like, what?
I mean, it's nice that they even did it because they cut him out of Nemesis, right? It justifies his appearance. So I'm glad that that's how we got to see him again, not because he, I guess, randomly left the Travelers to go to a wedding. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird. There should have been a meeting between him and Picard and that, and because remember, like that relationship they had in that series was like the most important like father figure relationship Wesley had, and that given that his own father had died, and that even with Picard sometimes kind of being abusive to him, and that he was still a huge influence on him, and that, and the fact that they didn't interact in any sort of way, even to say, hey, look how well I'm doing, Dad.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add to that the whole arc of this season is Picard's redemption and Picard's like dealing with his past and becoming another man, and the fact that he has so many trouble with with children, and he never wanted children, and he never wanted to be married. They kind of make it, it's because he had trauma, which I think is bullshit, by the way, but whatever. And like, that's why a man doesn't want children. Trauma. Come on, get out of here. So having this redemption with with
Laris?
Wesley.
Oh, Wesley,
No,
sorry.
Wesley would have been
Wesley.
so
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes.
That Wesley is like, I know, like, I've seen your story. I
But
thought we grew something, something. Give me
Well-
something. Give me a pendant.
would it be shitty if next season Picard's with Crusher, Beverly Crusher, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I saw your son," like randomly. I know you haven't seen him in years.
Yeah.
But I hope he comes back next season, just because his mom's gonna be. Wait, she's coming back, right?
She is.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I thought.
She actually just gave us like the biggest fucking cock tease in the world. She's like, just did 6 episodes of ADR. This season's gonna be awesome. I'm like, I hate you. Give me a trailer.
Maybe tomorrow, hopefully, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
It'd be
Let's
nice.
let's talk. No, I'm.
No, I'm
I'd
just
like
like
it.
I it would be nicer for me just because I didn't like the finale.
I know.
just wanted
Give me some
to
hope.
watch something out of that mouth.
Have you guys seen that Robin Williams video? Where he's doing like Scots on golf, and he's like, he just ends it with like this great line. It's just like, give me some fucking hope. It's like, give me some hope. It's a great video. Robin Williams on golf. Check it out. Let's talk about these 2 scenes right between Q and Picard, because their final moments together are heartwarming and beautiful. I feel like if the rest of this episode was horrible, which it was to some, it still would have been amazing. Like, it would have been a great finale. I feel like just for these 2 scenes. Thoughts on their final moments together?
I mean, what Hawk said earlier was perfect about how these 2 interact and their final moments together. They are my favorite parts of this episode too. Like seeing these 2 veteran actors just play the shit off of each other and just going through like a whole range of emotions. Like they had so much disdain for each other in that first episode, at least, or the second episode, or at least it felt like that. But
He slaps him.
yeah. And then you get to this point where you know that he just wanted to leave this universe, knowing that Picard had no regrets moving forward. Like that's beautiful. Like that's beautiful.
Yeah.
What Erik said.
Yeah. I know.
just said
I
what
can't-
you
I
said.
can't-
where you
I
are.
really, I couldn't put it better than that. Yeah. Yeah.
It's still a bit abusive. Oh.
It is
Yes.
No, 100%,
100%,
right?
That's interesting because you see that he tried with Janeway, tried with Cisco. He has something for captains, apparently, whatever. But Picard have always been the one that was biting, taking the
Yeah.
bait.
Taking the bait.
So
I do have a very strong theory that I want to share with you guys about Q. I feel like if you go back and watch all of Star Trek now, and you find out that Q is dying. Okay, sorry, TNG, DS9.
all of
Voyager.
Star Trek.
Sorry, all of the. Sorry, let me rephrase that. All of the Q episodes. I feel like Q has been dying for a very long time because he has been trying to groom a new Q since day one. He tried to groom Wesley. In a way, he tried to maybe groom Picard. He tried to groom that other woman whose name I don't know. He tried to groom Vosh. He tried to get Janeway to mate with him.
I mean,
Yeah, but I feel like this is something, if you go back and watch these episodes, like, shit, has he known this for a really long time? Like, dude, Riker was this close to becoming a Q, I do wonder if they went and were like, ooh, this is kind of an interesting tidbit.
I wish that they didn't kill him this season then, and I would like next season would have been the perfect way to end like season 3. He become
And the
him
thing
becoming
is,
We
yeah, the
have
thing
not
is,
seen a
Erik,
body.
he originally said that he was shooting scenes through season 3, and then he went back on that. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We have not seen a body, and
We have not seen a
lie.
body. Then
That's
Q
'cause he went
lies
poof.
all the fucking time. That's true. I'm debating whether to ask this because it's such a fucking sour subject right now. But we've been doing our meter all season. Who's staying? Who's going? Any
Infinite
final thoughts on Rios being the one who stayed behind? I have
Oh
nothing
my
else to say on
god,
this.
it was so bad.
You
Wait,
could
the
tell
biggest
from, like,
wasted
the-
arc of the season.
You could tell
was-
from the third episode moving forward. You're like, oh, this is how this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
they
I
did
don't
it.
agree. They went back and forth. Like they were like episodes where you're like, oh, she's coming to the future. Then he shows her the future.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, like it makes no sense.
I feel like they didn't want to take from
Voyage Home.
Voyage Home, and there's like, let's do the reverse. Let's make a much
But-
better place go back to nap.
But
Yeah.
they they literally say the same lines. You're like, take from Voyage Home. We love Voyage Home. We love it. Take it. Like, why? And the other thing too is like from the first episode, there are like these Mariposas boxes that Seven is trying to protect with the vaccines. So, it was meant to be, because if not, it doesn't happen. The future where they were already were like the one where Rios was staying in the past. I mean, like, I don't know. And another thing, I'm gonna feature a bit more. I don't like the fact that she made it because Rios was here. Fuck you.
She was doing just fine on her own. Yeah.
I don't like this. Like, really? She needed a warrior? It's like a bit like Dr. Queen, Like, the Wild West, I need a man.
Play that.
Quite a reference.
Yeah.
Back in the future, we get the reveal that we literally, I think every single one of us guessed correctly. I don't think anybody here said differently. That Girafe was going to be the Borg Queen on the Stargazer. She says, "Look up." What do we think about this, as well as Eleanor being alive and well, and then Seven also getting her shot?
I wish we didn't know that she wasn't coming back next season, because it'd sit way better with me knowing that she's like the guardian of this thing and we get to see her next season. But like now they introduced this giant wormhole and she's not coming back, and I guess it's neat that the Borg have sort of joined the Federation, but we know they're gonna disappear eventually, because that's what they say in Disco. I don't know.
Did they say the Borg disappeared?
They haven't seen the Borg continue
that's right.
The Borg in the Q for a long time.
Nor the Klingons, by the way. So
where the fuck
or the Remans? Who knows?
What about the Remans?
I was so pissed that they introduced an actual plot I was interested in literally in the last episode. I was like, I want to know about the wormhole. The fuck? I want to know. There's a giant thing that's going to blow up half the quadrant. And it's like the last episode. And you're like, see ya. I was like, what? And I thought it was a cliffhanger. I was like, yes, something's going to. But I'm pretty sure it's not. Because Alison Pill is not going to be here next season. So what? They're going to put somebody approximately her size with like the Borg Queen helmet and be like, it's a Borg Queen. What is... I was more interested this 5 second about the wormhole than through like maybe the last 5 episodes.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that the wormhole is going to be important for the next season.
Yeah.
I agree. And part of me still thinks like, even with like the cast being just, off of the final season of Picard and that, it's like, I think they're it's almost feels like they're getting a cast together for like a next generation show and that further down the line,
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Another geriatric show? Come on.
No, I mean more like Rafi, Seven, Eleanor, and that. The further adventures.
Okay.
Like,
yes.
Come on, wouldn't that be a great series?
Where's Tuvok? Oh, bring me Tuvok.
Tuvok? Jonathan Frakes is
I
making
know.
some hits. So
I was like, people are like, oh, you just like used the wrong color of hands. I was like, I do not believe this. I do not.
Any final thoughts on season 2 before we move on to our ratings as a whole?
I'd rather watch this season than season 1.
Yeah, any day.
True.
Of the week. Any day of the week.
True. Because I mean, like great first half. I don't think any of us really had much of a complaint about the first 5 episodes.
I think the only thing I wish that they did more in this season was, I wish that we got to see Whoopi more, like older kind in. And I don't know. It just seemed like she was there for like 3 seconds and then back again for like 3 seconds at the end. You're like, okay.
Again, I'm pretty sure they have hours of thing to cut that we want to see.
Yeah.
Like
probably a lot. All right. Let's rate the finale out of 10 snaps of the finger. Back to the top, Girafe, your rating on this season. I mean, on this finale.
On the finale or
on the finale? We'll do season after.
5. I don't like it.
That's
it
fair.
was better than the other episode, but damn, it's a finale, man.
Yeah.
Come on. And the whole 5 points are for Wesley Crusher.
I like it. Eric.
6.5. Purely for Crusher and for Q and Picard.
Nice. All right. Fair. Hawk.
I'm going to be the most generous one so far. I'm going to go 7. It's definitely not a perfect finale in that, and considering the build up to it and that. But again, Picard and Patrick Stewart and John Delancey, Wesley Crusher, and that. Those were the things that I was here for, and it delivered for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I have a lot of issues with it. A lot of issues with it. There are a lot of things I really enjoyed too, though. It did it for me. Again, I'll say what I said near the beginning of the show. Picard is still the weakest of the new Trek shows, and that definitely came through in this finale in the season. So maybe it'll be what we all hope we want it to be in season 3. Speaking,
keep it Goldsman as barred from the building.
Yeah,
they should just do disco and bring Stacey Abrams and
exactly.
And roll the dice.
Roll the dice. Speaking of this season as a whole, let's rate season 2 out of 10 bottles of Chateau Picard. We'll go in the opposite order this time.
Thank you.
We'll start with you. You're welcome. Your rating for season 2.
Overall, I'm going to say probably a 6. I think that's probably fair considering how great a start they had to it, how middling the back half was, and that, and how it was an uneven but so pretty good finale, and that better than last season. But the fact that you had a great a great creative head there, that they didn't employ in the back half for whatever reason. And that's just dumb. If you're going to employ that kind of talent, put them in charge of the entire season in that, because it's kind of insulting in that, just to, steal the thunder away at the end. Yeah. So I'm going to give it a 6 because, it started off great, but it was so uneven towards the end.
I'm going to give it a 6.6, just 6. Ooh. I'm just gonna do 6. I'm just gonna give it a 6. I agree with Hawk. It was such a good beginning, and then it just faltered for me. I really liked Annie Wershing as the Borg Queen. I really like Alison Pill this whole season, except for the finale. Yeah. Raffi was better this season, and she was terrible last season. Yeah. Seven's always good. Eleanor was not in it, and I'm not surprised he's not coming back next season because he was hardly in this season. They did Rios dirty, and they I guess it was nice seeing Baltar as Picard's dad, but other than that, I was just eh. Oh, and John Delancey, Patrick Stewart, perfect.
Brent
Spiner, I had issues with. I was saying to Hawk, he started turning into this generic bad guy. I'm evil. I'm gonna do evil things. I was like, okay, that's fair. But Brent Spiner had what he had, and he did what he could with it. That's all we can ask. 6. Me.
Ref.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Every bit, little thing was brilliant. Ito Agayere as young Guinan was incredible. The supervisor and Tallinn being Gary 7 was absolutely great. With the reference with the what you call a transporter and all this. Renee Picard was great. All the bits were super good, but they were stitched together in such a weird way, with such a weird pace, that when I look back, I'm like, oh, I love that moment. Oh, I love that moment. Oh, I love that reference. Oh, I love Wesley Crusher. Oh, I love the supervisor. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. But then together, I'm like, what the fuck was the story again?
Yeah, it's so much. It's just so much.
I loved the mirror future bad thing with 7 being the president. That whole aesthetic was absolutely incredible. They gave us a lot of very good thing, but in the end, I look at the whole thing and I'm like, where did we go? Because his mom died. What? It's so weird. And again, I think problem to have a series that is only around one character. We watch Star Trek for the crew. We're like into all these characters that like work together toward a goal. Here it's Picard with like a bunch of people working for him, basically, trying to help him figure out his mommy trauma. That is, by the way, one of the worst episodes of Star Trek like I've seen, because it was so violent for nothing. And all that to be a moment that's so important for the character. And then what? They all off them like one after the other and be like, and we stay with Picard because he's a golem and he's gonna live forever. See you next season.
Golem.
Again, we are in Star Trek for all these characters that are so incredible, and doing that to them was absolutely unfair. So great ideas, great actors, great bits, great ideas, but oh my god, write your story.
I don't think
the whole thing.
Yeah.
You don't think
I don't think any of us thought that we were going to be in the past this long.
No, I didn't think it was going to be the entire season. I'm really disappointed that it was. Agreed. I'm going to give it a 7. It's actually really easy with 10 episodes, right? There's 7 episodes I liked and 3 that were just kind of garbage. I hate using the word garbage, but like not good.
Problematic.
I said it all season. Like, you could tell that Patrick Stewart liked the content of the season better. He had so much more fun playing the role. There were so many great character moments. We've all said it, and we'll all continue to say it. Like, fucking Alison Pill, like, most improved. She was just so good.
Yes.
So many things to like about the season. So many things kind of that went off the deep end a little bit that didn't work. So 7 out of 10.
Well, at least this season it was about Picard. Like last season,
it was about Picard, and it was yeah.
Yeah, last season was not.
No. All right, folks. Let's get into the mailbag.
Hailing frequencies are open.
And we're going to actually have a lot of fun with the mailbag this time because people left us their predictions, what they thought were going to happen in this finale. So I came up with some fun sound bites. Every time we hear a prediction listed, if they were wrong, we are going to play this.
Everything about this seems wrong.
And if they were right, we're going to play this.
Actually dumb.
So
sexy.
Sexy
I like
Picard.
it. Sexy Picard.
Do we want to just go in order, or who wants Okay, so Giraffe, why don't you take MC's mailbag?
I was hoping there were big words here for you, but there aren't. Damn.
No, because MC knows that I'm gonna want to read her mailbag, so she's being nice to me. Wait, where can I see the mailbag? Ah, here we go. Okay, predictions. The cast, except for Picard, are going to be written out. Everyone will get a happily-ish ever after.
Everything about this seems wrong.
So not everybody, everybody was written out, and Seven and Raffi are going to be in next season. So
yeah, okay.
Wrong. All right.
Q dies to bring Picard and Co into the present and stop the self-destruct of the Stargazer. Damn. Rio stays in the past.
Actually dumb.
Jurati Queen brings the Borg to the Federation. Nanoprobe revived Elnor becomes the first Romulan Borg in Starfleet.
That's half right and half wrong, right? So I'm not going to play a soundbite for that one.
7 becomes the new captain of the Stargazer. Kinda. Her, Raffi, and Borg Bay. And Borg Bay help facilitate bringing the Borg into the Federation.
So that's another like half. So I won't play anything for that one.
I forgot Renee Picard. So did the show.
That was so good.
Shade.
I'm just gonna play that again.
Actually dumb.
It's
so good.
The last scene will be Picard about to kiss Laris, but is interrupted by an incoming transmission from the Enterprise E. Oh,
that would have been way better.
Wrong.
But that would have been so fucking epic.
Oh my god,
so good.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
it was wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was good.
Yep, that was good.
I would
Very
prefer
good.
that ending.
I would
Shatterhand,
prefer that ending too.
on the other hand, wrote, Q uses the last of his powers to send Picard, Raffi, and Seven back to the 25th century in time to save the Stargazer.
Nicely done.
Rios changes his mind and decides to stay in the past. Did he change his mind?
Nicely done.
I think it was already made
He
up.
did,
at that
he did,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Borg Queen aboard the Stargazer reveals herself to be Queen Girafe. Her Borg are a cooperative separated from the rest of the collective and wanting to join the Federation so they can do what the rest of the collective never would, save people's lives and explore the galaxy rather than assimilate it.
It's like a quarter
Sorta,
right, and then
Yeah,
mostly-
kind of, yeah.
Mostly all right.
Elnor returns with Queen Girafe revived and modified by the cooperative's efforts.
Everything about this seems wrong.
He did
That would
return.
have
does
been
come back,
such a
though.
better thing.
Yeah,
It does.
Ugh.
Seven is finally accepted into Starfleet with Picard's endorsement and acts as a liaison between the cooperative and the Federation.
Wow, how cool would that would have been?
Yeah, that would-
Everything
A
about
little
this
bit
seems
true,
wrong.
though.
A little bit true, but mostly wrong. Would have been baller though.
yeah. Talon takes Renee's place and/or sacrifices herself in some way so that Renee can still complete her mission and cement her place in history.
That was a great prediction.
That,
that was really
was
good.
good.
We're gonna play that again so we can hear.
Nicely done.
Picard goes back to the chateau and begins to pursue a romance with Laris.
Nicely done.
Can I say fuck to that plot line again?
Oh my god, that plotline, man.
Oh, so bad. Oh my god.
As for Corey
sorry.
and Adam Soong, I think either Adam will find a means to continue his genetic augmentation work so that will lead to Erik Soong in the future, or he'll die in disgrace and his work will carry on through a twin brother or something. As for Corey, I have no idea.
I don't know
Yeah,
what to do for that
yeah.
one.
That wasn't right.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
mostly
Everything about
true.
this seems wrong.
Was it?
It's
It was
sort of
mostly
it's sort of
true.
right. He finds the means to continue the
Yeah.
pulling out the
Yeah,
con file.
and
I
the con
guess.
file totally go to Erik Soong in the weird episode of Enterprise with the
does happen. I
Outman.
guess it's a
awesome
half.
episode of Enterprise.
Okay, it's not bad. That's true. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a bad episode. Yeah.
Soji will continue her work as a representative for synth.
Everything about this seems
Wrong.
Don't worry, we're never going to see that character
wait,
again.
who's Soji?
Yeah.
Who's Soji?
I know Dash, but Soji, what?
Because I feel bad having Hawk have to do this shitty small one. Not that it's shitty, Joe. I don't mean it's shitty. It's just do one with one. I'll do this one so Hawk can take Havens. Joe wrote, Wesley saves the day.
Everything about this seems wrong.
He does show up and gives Corey a job, but that's about it.
He doesn't say, but I would have been good. He slipped.
It would have
he
been
saves
great.
the day.
It would have been great. It would have
Did
been
we
great.
know? There were no leak about Will Wheaton being
No,
in
no
season
leaks
2,
at all
right?
whatsoever. No.
So that's a very good prediction.
very good prediction.
I didn't see Wesley in this at
yeah.
all.
Up to you, Hawk. Havens.
Alrighty. So number one, Corey finds a way to restore Q's power, but is a limited time use, and Q uses them to bring Picard, Raffi, and Seven back to 2401. But is because of the limited power, it is known that someone has to stay behind, and Rios chooses to stay.
That would have been cooler.
Oh,
God damn.
That's yeah, that would have been better. That would have made more sense.
Yeah, but that is
Wrong.
Everything about this seems wrong.
even though Rios does stay.
Mm.
All right. So number two, BQ Girafe is discovered to be the origin of the Borg as the original queen, and uses her knowledge of the 400 years to become a better Borg as a species.
That's mostly right, right?
That's mostly right. That's right. Yeah.
I don't know,
it's-
because
it's
like
weird.
the original Borg queen, I mean, like,
I mean,
you know,
No.
technically, she is the original.
Yeah.
Borg.
Yeah, she technically she is the original Borg Queen.
She's a separate.
but the other
Yeah.
Borg queen was like thousands of years old.
That's
wasn't
true. No, you're right. We'll
No,
see.
it's mostly
Okay,
right,
I'll give
though.
it. I'll give it to him. All right,
Yeah.
I'll give it to them. Sorry.
she? Go for it.
Go ahead, Hawk.
All right. So number three, we find out that the FBI agent is actually the officer from the Voyager episode, and out of the massive amount of respect for Admiral Picard, even in the 29th century, they bring them home to the 25th century, 2401, which is the current year in Trek.
Everything about this seems wrong.
But would have been
Fuck!
awesome.
That would have been good.
I had forgotten about that bullshit. I'm sorry, but what? They really cast the same actor to do nothing with it? Like,
Nothing.
I actually missed that. That was that one episode I didn't show up on, and I just had to
I
say,
mean,
like,
oh, it's like, why? See, again, a good idea and exploited, like, whatever. Why? You think we never watched Voyager? Like, what is this? You think we're not nerds? Like, we know who that guy is. Damn it. I'm mad.
It was like they hired the same actor in that, but instead of using him in his Star Trek role, they gave him the same role he had in The Shield. Because when he sat down to interrogate and put the file on the desk, I was like, I've seen him.
Dude,
do
that would have been an excellent origin story for him becoming like a time agent, whatever.
Yeah.
Future man.
Jeff, do you want to take Mel's or should I do a long
Yes.
one? Up to you.
Oh,
You
well,
take
as you
Mel's.
want.
I don't
I
care,
can
it's up
get
to you.
Jesco. Do Mel, and I'll
do
do
Mel?
Jesco.
Okay. All right. Mel wrote, final... do you want to do Mel there?
No. Just joking.
Final face-off, no real fight, just words, between Picard and Q, in which Picard admits his guilt about releasing his mom.
Everything about this seems wrong.
But they do have a nice final conversation. Q, in turn, satisfied that Picard finally admitted it for some weird reasons, because why would Q even care, sacrifices himself and uses all his remaining power to restore the future and eliminate all butterfly effects caused by the La Serena crew.
Everything about this seems wrong.
They say that they were trying to eliminate all these butterflies,
Yeah.
but they let out a bunch of prisoners.
They left behind one of their
Dude.
biggest,
They
big
left
butterfly.
Rios. He
They
cannot
left
be
Rios,
trusted.
right?
Oh.
The Q continuum, acknowledging that Q, after all, can act with good intentions, saves his life, but at the cost of starting all over again. So Q reappears as a kid, allowing for recasting Q in later projects. Okay, I know this is unlikely, but it would make me laugh.
Everything about this seems
Hey,
wrong.
that's a good
Sort of
idea.
better.
That is a good idea,
though.
though. My favorite keyword of new Borg Queen is Borgati. Borgati turns into new awesome Borg Queen and starts building a new collective of the willing.
That's true.
Nicely done.
Indeed. Rios takes Lady Doctor and Son to the future and they live happily ever after. Goddamn, we wish we had
The
it, but
pain.
Everything about
The
this seems
pain.
wrong.
Infinite cake.
Pain.
yeah. Seven joins Starfleet and serves under Raffi.
Everything about this seems wrong.
We don't quite know yet. Elnor is brought back because Q and also serves under Raffi. That part is.
Yeah, that's cute. That's true.
Nicely done.
That's cute.
Yep. Picard and Laris settle down on Chateau Picard, where Picard adds two portraits to the wall in the living room, one of his mom and one of his dad.
Fuck, that would have been good.
That would have been good.
Everything
Would
about
have been
this
really
seems
nice.
wrong.
Picard's brother Robert storms in and yells, "Why do I keep getting ignored?"
Everything about this seems wrong.
That would be really, really strange because he's dead.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then Soong ends up as an alcoholic and guy in his bar. I mean,
Alcoholic.
Nicely done.
I could see that happening, so I'm going to give it a possible nicely done truth. And wrap it up with Jesco's Giraffe.
Jesco wrote, Picard tries a duel of wits with Q, but it just goes in circles until a Guinan shows up and she manages to goad Q into trying to hit the reset button. His powers are limited, though, so
They're
They
taken.
take a slightly...
Oh, they are
I think
taken.
taken.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are taken to a slightly augmented future.
Everything about this seems wrong.
In this future, the Borg the Borg, the Stargazer find I'm gonna do that again. Sorry. In the future, the Borg the Stargazer finds isn't the earlier queen, but the Jurati queen, and some tense diplomacy begins.
Nicely done.
Rios is sad boy for a while after returning, but some similarly looking commander winks at him and all is well. Maybe Teresa's ancestor. No, maybe
Everything about
Teresa's...
this seems wrong.
Would have been good, though.
It would be Teresa's descendant, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Raffi wants to go to HQ to bat for Seven, but Seven insists against it. Instead, becomes a civilian science officer or something on Raffi's ship, which gives her the freedom to go off and do Fenris Ranger stuff when she's needed.
I'm not going to play a button for that just because we don't know what's going to happen in season 3, but that is something that could happen. So I'll leave it open.
You think Seven will go like, I'll be a civilian officer?
No, I think she'll join the Federation
Yeah.
finally,
Yeah.
probably, but who knows?
Elnor Borg. Borg Bay. Borg Bay shows up in a background shot. He seems happy.
Everything about this seems wrong.
I mean, he sort of showed up in the background of a screen.
That's
But
true.
not Borg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought they were gonna blew him off the sky when he was like, the shield is not working. I was like, if you do,
You cannot blow up the Excelsior. That would be bad.
No.
right. Last shot is Picard getting a call from Geordi, insisting that he's returning a call. Everyone is waiting for him. Cut to Q saying something about how maybe facing the original crew will be the key to finding that fulfilling end.
Everything about this seems wrong.
That would have been cool.
Oh, just go.
Would have been cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what I found out from this mailbag is that our collective could have written a better season finale than they
Yep.
did.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Every single one of these
man.
was better than the finale.
Yeah.
God
Oh
damn.
boy. Oh man. Well, I know that this was kind of a little bit of a downer, but the good news is if you're going from this downer right into our review later tonight of Strange New Worlds season premiere titled Strange New Worlds, you're in for a fucking treat. Let me just say that because we
all
have nothing but
hated
good
it.
things to say. We
Yes,
hated it. It was
terrible.
awful.
It's just
Hey, I just want to say, you remember how we fucking loved the Picard season 2 premiere? Do you remember how we fucking loved the Discovery season 4 premiere?
I don't think I
Do you
loved
remember?
either of those.
Okay,
What?
so
I think I liked them, but I didn't love them.
These I love them. These type of things we're allowed to say now. The embargo is lifted on soft reviews. A few of us have watched more than one episode, and they've all been fucking amazing.
Yeah,
So,
again, 5.
Since this is coming out tomorrow, can I say
yes,
yes? Fuck yes.
yes, yeah.
Oh
I've
my
been
God.
I've been a good boy. I just watched the one episode.
You have been a
Thank
good
you,
boy.
Hawk.
No.
Thank
Yes,
you.
have.
No,
No.
I'm gonna watch them all.
Guys, that is going to do it for our Picard season 2 finale review. Like I said, if you're listening to this in the morning, join us later tonight, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Twitch for our series premiere. 2 years of this pod in the making to do this review with our very special guest, Jessie Gender. She's going to help break that down with us. It's going to be an amazing show. We can't wait for it. But for now, that's going to do it. For Hawk, for Eric, I'm Julian. I will say live long and prosper, Majram, and good night.
Thanks for beaming into our podcast today. If you want to keep the hailing frequencies open, you can subscribe on Apple and Google Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. Like what you hear? Put in a good word with Starfleet and leave us a 5-star review.